Hello everyone, Joe Gauthier here with another lighthearted devotional. Today's devotional is called Forgiveness. Forgiveness is essential for our spiritual well-being. It frees us from the burden and anger and resentment and allows us to live in peace with others. But let's be honest, forgiving can be tough. Sometimes it feels like the hardest thing in the world. Let's start with a little story. One day a man was walking down the street. And when he saw an old enemy coming towards him, he immediately felt a surge of anger and bitterness rising up within him. As the enemy approached, the man reached into his pocket and pulled out a rock. But then he remembered a verse from the Bible. And when you stand praying, if you hold anything against anyone, forgive them, so that your Father in heaven may forgive you of your sins. Mark 11, verse 25, New King James Version. The man realized that he needed to forgive his enemy, so he put the rock back into his pocket and smiled at him instead. The enemy was taken aback by the sudden change in the man's demeanor and asked him, "What's the matter? Are you feeling all right?" The man replied, "Oh, I'm feeling just fine. I was about to throw a rock at you, but then I remembered I'm supposed to forgive you." Now, I don't recommend throwing rocks at people, even if they're your enemies. But the point of the story is that forgiveness can be hard, but it can always be worth it. But it is always worth it, In Matthew 18, verses 21 and 22, Peter asked Jesus how many times he should forgive his brother who sins against him. Jesus answered, "I do not say to you up to 7 times, but up to 70 times 7. In other words, there's no limit to the forgiveness. So let's take a moment to think about the people in our lives that we need to forgive. Maybe it's someone who just hurt you. Maybe it's someone who has hurt us deeply, or maybe it's someone who annoys us. Whatever the case may be, let's make a commitment to forgive them, not just once, but as many times as it takes. And finally, let's not forget to forgive. Let's not forget that forgiveness is a two-way street. Just as we need to forgive others, we also need to seek forgiveness when we have wronged someone else. In Colossians 3, verse 13, Paul writes, "Bear with each other and forgive one another. If any of you have a grievance against someone, forgive as the Lord forgave you." Hey guys, if you like my videos, please consider giving me a like, maybe subscribe to my channel with the bell notification on, and share this video with someone that you think might enjoy it. I hope you have a great and blessed day. God bless you all.